ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡೋದು ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನನ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ವೈಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ IT ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ನ ಕೇಳು.
For me, like all Indians are like very good storytellers. Okay, so what I realized very early is that I always wanted to tell stories. I'm very proud of my mom is the fact that she gave me enough liberty and freedom to kind of experiment with life.
So people know you very well, but what they don't know about the unfold story of being a YouTuber.
It's not an easy job, and as you know, it can lead to depression. Some nights have literally I've not had any content to bring about. I was walking down the Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, and I saw like Richard Gere pass by. Right, for me it was like spellbound. He's Richard Gere. Right? I'm dying to talk to him, but the Western country thinks that it's his job. There was another incident where somebody stopped me on the road. They said, "Okay, you look like Sasta Raghu." I wanted to Sasta Raghu.
Was your father a traveler?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought so because Rajiv and Raghu looks exactly like you.
It's like, what is wrong with you guys? Why are you considering me as Rodi Raghu?
Hello my YouTube family, how are you doing? I'm sure you all are doing good. Okay, another Friday and I'm back with another conversation with someone very, very special in the studio on those cars under Beerbooks. I don't think so it is required to give any introduction about my guest because the whole Karnataka and Bangalore, especially Bangalore, knows him very well. So put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Akarsha Kamla.
Thank you so much, Pramod. Thank you so much. Nice to talk to you.
No, I'm very excited here. So welcome to those cars. And the channel name is Beerbooks.
Right.
I have a question. Whom I'm talking to today? I'm talking to an IT professional or a book writer or a YouTuber or an entertainer or actor.
I don't know. In fact, I'm still in the dilemma of what I want to be in the next 5 years or 10 years. So you're talking to everybody that you just talked about.
So it's going to be Akarsha overall.
Yes.
Okay. So what is wrong with you? Like,
okay,
the idea like, why this much talent all around you?
No. No, it's very kind of you. I think you've been very kind to me. But what I feel, Pramod, honestly, is that I enjoy what I do. So I think that's the first thing that I want to talk about. And more than the talent, I have been, always thinking that I should not go to classes. I have always hated studying. So these started out as an escape mechanism from my regular classes, right? Okay. So for example, like I knew that if I say I want to be in drama, I knew that I don't have to attend the next 5-10 classes in school. So that's how it started out, and slowly it became a very passionate thing for me. Because I always wanted to be the center of attention. Like I love attention. Like you understand. All YouTubers understand like what it's to be the center of attention. But it also comes from a need where where I can express myself very clearly, and then the other person understands like what I'm trying to say. So for me, like all Indians are like very good storytellers. Okay, so what I realized very early is that I always wanted to tell stories. So that is why you see like many personalities of me. Like one story, it can be a short story written in a book form, right? Another story can be my work in the IT field, right? Another story is my whatever I do in the MetroSaga channel. Another story is like going out with my family, enjoying life, and so on. So like my mom is a well-known writer in Kannada. I think her upbringing, I think I remember, I can tell you like certain stuff. I always used to come back home from school, and then I used to like run to my mom and say like, what is the story that you're telling me today, right? She would always cook up stories, and I would listen to the same story like 100 times. She would always say like, this is the story that you have, but I would always like go back to her and say like, tell it to me one more time. And I think that kind of like built that creative instinct in me. And I'm very proud of my mom is the fact that she gave me enough liberty and freedom to kind of experiment with life. Whether it is like making mistakes at school or failing in one of the subjects, she never said that, okay, you have done like the worst blunder of your life. She said, okay, I mean, it's fine, you have failed, but try to overcome it, right? She has never like pushed me into an area where I have to cater to the society. She's always like, it's okay. There's a society, there's you, right? You don't have to fulfill the norms of the society, but that doesn't mean that you have to like go out of the society also. There's always a 50-50 thing that you can do. You can do what you want and you can also cater to the society. So I think my upbringing has like contributed a lot to what I do today.
Okay. So, Akarsha, we're going to try to talk about something very different here.
Okay.
And from the discussion what you had so
Sure.
far. See, I don't think so it is required for me to discuss about your journey because first of all, half of the Bangalore knows you very well, right? And your several interviews are on different channels. So people know you very well. But what they don't know about the unfold story of being a YouTuber. Okay,
Sure.
that is very important part
Sure.
because the pain of a YouTuber who goes like different emotional ups and downs right from making a script or making it live.
Right.
Right? So
Right.
people should know,
Right.
right? We both are earning, right? This is not a commercial platform what we are doing.
True.
But the pain, the emotions we have, people should be aware. So
Correct.
I want to understand, when you started your journey as a YouTuber, right? Did you have nights and days where you had your breakdown, ups and downs?
Definitely, I think that's a great question, Pramod. I'm glad you're asking me this because nobody has asked me this before. And it's also important to understand the mental setup of a YouTuber, right? So when I started out in MetroSaga, the first video that I kind of did was a review of a movie, right? Where I started out was I wanted to like somehow be in front of the camera and then have a platform where I can express my story. But what happens with that is you always have a constant need to gather attention from the people, right? So that can also become a very interesting journey where some nights have literally have not had any content to bring about in the next week. You have the viewers that you're catering to, you have subscribers that you're catering to, and you have this inbuilt image of yourself, right? So if one of my videos becomes successful, people expect another video from me, right? So the pressure of creating another video will actually run you down. It's going to drain you down to a certain extent where you start questioning yourself like, do I really need this? Do I really need some validation from the society, right? That's the constant struggle I have. So, for example, you might consider me as a very, let's say, successful, comedy artist or like whatever you call it. But I really don't consider myself very successful because there's always a constant need for me to think like, why am I doing this? What am I getting out of this? So, there's one part of me which says like, everything is meaningless. This name, this fame, this YouTube, viewers, subscribers. I'm like thinking, you're just leading a normal life. It's another job, right? What we do in India is like give this god level statuses to a job, right? Whether it is like movies, politicians, or normally a person who is associated with a lot of name and fame. For me or for the Western world, if you like, I have had this personal incident where I was walking down the Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles and I saw like Richard Gere pass by, right? There's nobody who's like talking to him. For me, it was like spellbound. He's Richard Gere, right? I'm dying to talk to him. But the Western country thinks that, it's his job. I'm working as a software engineer. He's working as an actor. That's just a job, right? So here in India, like we all elevate stuff to a place where people have to constantly strive to establish themselves. Saying that, okay, I've been a successful YouTuber now. I have to continue that journey, right? So for me, the pain is where where I see that I've had a lot of ups and downs. To talk more about it, when we had like 10,000 subscribers in MetroSaga, when we started doing videos during the lockdown, I would say like some of them were like totally viral. Some of them were like really didn't have even like 5,000 views. Like, when you ask me, like I question myself, like why did it have 5,000 views? I went back and looked at the script is okay. I went back and looked at the marketing is okay. Then what's happening with the actual video? Why are not people watching it, right? So you have this constant dilemma of catering to the society that you can't really cope up with. I have this like mental stress every day. So like you have talked to a lot of people, I think everybody would tell you the same thing. Being a YouTuber is not easy, right? And the other thing is I observe the society a lot because I have to get my content from somewhere, right? One day I might stop observing, like, it becomes too much of a, let's say, an investigative journalism kind of thing, right? Whenever I go out, I start looking for content. I'm like trying to understand where you come from. How can I make a caricature of this person and so on. So I also feel that sometimes you might lose the seriousness of actual life. catering to all the people who love my comedy sketches, sometimes I have wondered, like, have I taken life seriously? And, because I also work in a company, I've had instances where people started judging me, right? When I like go ask my manager for a different role, I don't like this role, I want like more responsibilities. Like he came back and told me, like, you do YouTube content, right? Are you capable of running this parallel job that you have? How would I not know that you're giving the 100% to this job, right? So there are a lot of cons with it. Trying to overcome it. It's not an easy job, and as you know, it can lead to depression. It can lead to you getting validated from the society always. So I would say, like, there's a lot of ups and downs with every video that I make. It's not like let's say, a clean image that you see outside, right? When like me and Srinath, there's another guy who writes the comedy content in MetroSaga. Every time we're discussing on the phone, like even after like a 2 lakh or a 3 lakh views, we're like discussing like what to do next. Like you attend a blank moment after like every successful video, and you would have experienced that, right? If a video goes viral, like people would think that okay, we might be like partying or like saying like this is what is the next video, but what is the next video is where we go blank. We don't know what we are doing. So there's always this question of going back and forth, and you have to live with it.
I have a question here. I did my research. Okay, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Globally, I got to know that there are almost more than 1,000 YouTubers committed suicide.
Wow.
Because due to this dips in the viewership.
Correct.
Okay. And if you see the market cap of YouTube is almost $28.8 billion. And they have paid so far $15 million to creators.
Wow.
Still, we need more creators right now because we did not even capture a lot of things. It has a lot of potential.
True, I agree.
Right?
I agree. Totally agree.
But my question is, why YouTubers, why this community is not coming together as a unit to help each other? Because if we are working together, you are a YouTuber, we are a YouTuber, right? And we have to understand there's a lot of things. Why I'm asking this question, when I approach someone, hey, why don't you come to my channel, just have a discussion about it. They ask for money. They said, I need 5 lakhs. I need 7 lakhs. I said, guys, what are you talking about? You make money from ads, YouTube views, you get a lot of sponsorship. This is the platform to increase the spectrum of this YouTuber community. What is your thoughts? Why people are not coming?
I'm glad you asked this question, Pramod. I think I have there's one other interview where I talked about this, egos coming together, right? So if I talk to another YouTuber, he is more egoistic of why I should come to this channel because probably this channel doesn't have the same amount of subscribers as me, right? Why should I go to his channel because he has not supported me when I was struggling? This is the exact reason why you have to support each other, right? When somebody is struggling, you don't have to let that person go through the same struggle as you. You can share your story. You can, help him build a brand. You can tell him all the stuff that you did. But the problem here is, I think, like I said, I come back to my answer, with the previous question. We, in the society, we build a godly image of everything. Like everything is not life. Everything becomes the next level. So YouTube, successful YouTubers think that they're like the biggest, thing to happen on the planet Earth, right? A lot of people think that way. That is where things can go wrong because I will look at my ego and say I don't want to come to your channel. I mean, I don't want you to be associated with me. That's a very wrong thing, and this is why I would say, especially the Kannada space. I'll talk about the Kannada space because I wanted to talk about this and I've never got an opportunity to do so. If you just compare the Kannada content space to, let's say, other South Indian languages, right? Whether it's like Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, the biggest difference we have is that we are always fighting with each other. Right. Okay, if you consider other content creator channels we have, there's always a constant tug of war between you have more views, I'll get brand endorsements, and even when I go out and have an informal conversation, they're only worried about why I should be better than them, right? But other languages like Telugu, Tamil, and Malayalam have overcome this. They say, okay, if you are a successful YouTube channel and I'm a successful YouTube channel, let's collaborate. Let's bring out content. Because the content belongs to one language, which is either Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, Hindi, or whatever languages we have in India. The problem here is they consider them as the content, not the language as the content. Whatever we are catering to is the language, right? Or whatever we are catering to is, in fact, not even the language, it's to the people. If people like our video, that's when we have another job or another project, right? I think the biggest, I would say, to keep my answer short, ego is the main factor here, which is not bringing us together. and we have to get rid of it. And without going together, without collaborating with each other, there's no space for people to exist.
So I have a question for you. Like,
Yeah.
why did you say yes to me if I see my channel is like not even going up as much as you are,
Sure.
right? Why did you say yes to me to come and all the way, guys? I'm telling you, he came all the way 2 hours drive.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, but why did you say yes to me?
For the same reason, Pramod, where when I started out, right, I have had instances where I go out to people and then they deny me an opportunity because I don't have enough subscribers, right? So you can only understand the journey when you are with another YouTuber, right? So because I understand your journey, like not a lot of people understand this journey because I have taken that path of like people not knowing me at all to where I am today, right? Even whatever little I've done, right? I don't consider myself as an achiever or a successful guy because there's like a lot of people who have done more than me, for example. And I'm not in a space where I have contributed to the society a lot. I mean, there are like scientists who have done innovation. There are like people who are always working for the downtrodden and so on. So I'm a very, very tiny person who is not like really successful. But I understand your journey. I understand your journey of how painful it is to bring people until you get that brand name. That's the specific reason why I'm here, because I also wanted to inspire other people and be, as human beings, I think the only thing we can do is to be kind to each other. Right? And you don't require money for that. You don't require any sort of, a special skill for that, right? Kindness can come to you naturally. If you can't be kind to others, and I feel that you have no point of being a human being in the society.
It's a fraternity, right?
Yes.
We have to help each other.
Correct.
There are YouTubers in Bangalore, and they are good YouTubers. They have 16 million subscribers, into motivation and all. I did try reaching them. Okay, I said, hey, why did you come? And a lot of ego, a lot of pride here. And I
Right.
said that why we have to do that? It's not about money. It's about just helping each other,
Correct.
helping the fraternity and the community part.
Right.
And a lot of struggles we have.
I understand if they don't want to like travel down to the actual location, but it could be a virtual session, right? You can go, or it could be a virtual session, right? They could give you opportunities where you can like share your story and their story, and then you could probably learn on something out of each other, right? I'm talking to you, I'm learning a lot of stuff from you. Like you're talking to me, you're learning stuff from me. The point is where if you can't adapt weaknesses from others, or if you can't adapt strengths from others, there's no way you can grow. Today, I have a message for all the individual content creators. You're good. There's no doubt about it. You have subscribers, you have brand endorsements. But, I've talked about this in another interview also. They can never be a part of a script which demands to be anything lesser than what they are. Right? For example, I'm very bad in individual content creation. I probably it's something that I think that I don't have an ego, or I can't probably produce content that only demands me. I'm very good with the team. I am okay with other actors sharing the screen space, and I'm okay with other actors doing bigger roles than me, right? The problem with individual content creators, you can mark my words, is that someday they will go out of relevancy. So even if you look at all the successful individual content creators, they always are trying to collaborate with others, right? They're trying to bring other contents to their channel. So unless you're a team, nothing can grow. I mean, even the world's most successful movie is made out of a team. It's not one guy, right? So you need to work with a team.
Right. And I have also noticed one more thing here, Akarsha. Like, take example, you have a lot of subscribers. And if you say, hey, watch this video as well, or watch this channel as well, what is harm in that? People, and there was one of the YouTubers, I requested him that, what you do is promote my channel on your channel. And he said, oh, I will think about it. I will let you know. And I was like, dude, what's wrong in that?
Right.
Okay. Forget about those things. I will come to MetroSaga now,
Right.
right now. Okay. So when I see the family of MetroSaga, it's not 15 people. You have 2.5 million lakhs
Right.
family members.
Right.
And you have taken the responsibility to entertain them. And if I'm wrong, correct me, but I see now viewers are very smart. The dynamics of the viewership has changed a lot.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So how do you, keep your script very captivating, keeping in mind that, okay, my viewers should get entertained?
Right.
Because I can tell you one thing, because they will not take any bullshit anymore.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
one of the examples we can say that Bollywood right now.
Correct.
They are going through a hell lot of
True.
bullshit.
Very true. Very true.
Right? Because that is, you can't serve the same thing again with different raps. Right?
Sure.
So how do you work on your script and how make sure that people are interested?
I think it's a constant battle, Pramod. I'm not saying that we have been very successful, but I think over the last 3 years of me being associated with MetroSaga, or MetroSaga churning out like constant content, what I have realized is, if you keep reacting to trends, which most of the viral content does, right? Today, like somebody becomes famous, you react to that. You have another politician who made a controversial statement, you react to that. If you keep only doing that, people will stop watching your content one day, right? What you have to do is to bring the characters that you see in your everyday life. For example, what we do in MetroSaga is to take these normal, ordinary characters and make them extraordinary. For example, like one script that I did probably has like the most number of views in MetroSaga was like your uncle coming into your house and then overtaking your house and then becoming the main owner of the house, right? This is something that happens in every person's life, right? So what we do is normally try to bring relatable stuff. We pick characters from the society. I observe a lot. I observe my uncle, I observe my aunt, I observe my relative, I observe my neighbor, I observe the taxi driver. So if you're not sensitive enough to understand, the first thing there, the biggest challenge that we have, Pramod, is with content creation is that we always think from a very intellectual perspective, right? We think, okay, I mean, this is an amazing content. Let me put it out. I know that this is my, strength. This is where I can make people laugh or make people cry and so on. But that doesn't work anymore. Like you said, like people are not taking bullshit because you have access to world's content. Why should they give like 5 minutes of their important time out of their lives to watch a MetroSaga video, right? So the moment you respect that, the moment you respect a person's 5 minute in their everyday life that they're giving you, that's when you make relatable content, right? So it's always an uphill battle. I'm not saying that we are always successful. We have videos which fail also, like any other YouTube channel. For example, I think the recent video that failed was we did a debate mockery kind of thing. It failed miserably, or it could be something that I've written in the past, right? Where it fails is us considering ourselves to be bigger than the society, right? We think, okay, this script, I'm the master. I know how to write a script. So I don't care about the viewership anymore. That's where you fail, right? If you always keep yourself humble rooted, saying that this is with the same hesitation, with the same fear that you put into every script, that's where you become successful. So in short, like keep the content relatable. Take it from your everyday life. Take it from the characters that exist around you. And take it from your personal experiences. I think where the content creation becomes more unique is I cannot tell your story. You cannot tell my story. If I play to my strengths, I know that this is my strength and I play or cater to them, that's when your comedy content or any content that you make becomes successful. We always are very aspirational, right? For example, I want to become Adani one day, right? It's foolishness. I mean, why should I think of becoming Adani, right? I have to think of becoming a better version of myself every day. That's where people get aspirational. Like I always get references like, have you watched this filter copy video? Like, why don't you make a video like that? We are not filter copy. We are MetroSaga. Right? If I don't play it, for example, like Kannada content and, Bangalore content or local content is our strength. I don't want to be making like pan-India content. Maybe it will happen someday, but I have to enjoy the journey of like catering to the local content. So identify your target audience. We are very clear with our target audience. Like initially when I started making out content in MetroSaga, I realized that people started watching IT content, whether they understood Kannada or not. Like for example, I have a lot of my colleagues who speak Hindi or like speak other languages, but they do watch MetroSaga's content because the frustrations that you have in the office of a software engineer is universal, right? So we cater to general content like that. Don't keep it very, very specific or don't keep it like, very generic. You place your content somewhere in between so that you can appeal to a larger audience. And it's a constant battle, Pramod. I don't think it's safe to say that every video of ours is viral, right? That's bullshit. If somebody says that, and if somebody tells you that I know how YouTube works, I know how Facebook works, it doesn't work. I would not consider him as an expert at all.
To be very honest, people say that I know the algorithm. There's no algorithm, I guess.
No. It's very difficult to understand, Pramod. It's very difficult. Like it's always so. So for example, like if something works out for us, right? What we do, okay, this is working out. Let me go ahead and make out the same kind of content, right? After we do that, it fails.
Yeah, it happens with me as well.
Exactly. So it's always a constant battle. Like keep doing, keep reacting to the people around you. Bring characters from your life. I think it should work.
From the same question, I have another question here. Like we both are coming from this passionate world because we want to be a content creator and all.
Right.
Do you feel pressure of what if one day your family, 2.5 lakh family you have, stop looking at your videos and they feel, oh, you're not entertaining anymore? Do you feel in that way, and how will you react?
No, it's a very interesting question because I feel that every day. I feel that maybe I will go out of relevancy. So to be very honest with you, there are a lot of newcomers or young people who come and join MetroSaga, and then MetroSaga is an organization, right? It's a business. Ultimately, you know that you are also running a business when you run a YouTube channel. So someday my content can become stale. Like people might stop seeing Akarsha anymore. They don't want to like see the same uncle character that I do or the strengths that I have, right? It's quite natural, but I am mentally prepared for that, honestly, because the entertainment business or the media business is it works in such a way that if you're not relevant anymore, you'll be kicked out, right? So I'm mentally prepared for it. I don't have that hesitation of people would stop watching me someday. I have the hesitation of people seeing my video and not enjoying it, right? So every video that I make, I put in honest effort to entertain people. Where I fear the most is maybe one day I put in the maximum efforts, but maybe people are not getting entertained anymore. It's not because of me, it's because of the content, right? So my idea is to always keep making relevant content and make content that people want to go back and watch, right?
Do you think one day you will go behind the camera and be a director of that part?
I'm glad you asked this because when I started making out content, that was my ultimate aim. My first content that I made was directing a short film. Right, I directed a short film called Presenter and became viral and so on. I directed like many short films after that. But even today, given a choice, I would want to direct a movie and go behind the screen. I enjoy the process as an actor because it also gives me the kind of visibility that people need. Right, for example, if people watch my content in MetroSaga and then maybe like tomorrow if I direct a movie, they would probably recognize that MetroSaga brand name. He is the guy who acts in these videos. Maybe he has directed a movie. Let's go and watch it. Right, my ultimate dream is to direct a movie. Hopefully it happens sometime soon, and I think you kind of recognize that. I want to go like behind the screen and then probably retire from acting someday, but direction is my ultimate aim.
So what is the plan you have to increase this family more?
Okay, that's another interesting question. I think I'll talk to you about the strengths and weaknesses we have in MetroSaga. Okay, our strengths are that we cater to local content and we do a lot of IT content, and what we cater to as class A audience, like people, the multiplex audience, right? And that's also our weakness. You cannot always cater to the class A audience. You also need to like go a little local and then cater to the B and C segment also, right? So our plan is to have mixed kind of videos. Like until now, we were like very clear. This is the kind of target audience we want. Now we have achieved that. We want to like cater to the B and C segment also. So our plan in the future is that I've written a lot of scripts for web series. I've written scripts for mini series, and then we want to make that. And the recent KGF spoof that we made probably was our biggest production till date, because we like bought in the cameras, we hired like costumes, we did like everything that you normally do. Everything that you normally do with a full-fledged movie, we did that for a 17-minute video. Right. So our future plans is to give more of let's say the high quality production videos and then cater to the B and C segment. So that can only be achieved through consistency and then better scripts. We are also looking always constantly for scripts that are like good, right? So what happens is I write scripts and then there's the co-founder of MetroSaga, Srinath, he writes the scripts. But we can also like go empty at some point of time. So we are always looking for like better script writers. If we come across like better script writers, we would want to do like take their ideas and like improve it. So that's the vision, like do mini series, web series, and also hire like more script writers for us.
I think you have already answered that question, which I already had next. So before we conclude this conversation, I want to understand what are things that you have added to your cart right now. So you already answered that part, but I just want to think, why didn't you go pan-India? Because see, MetroSaga is not just a YouTube anymore.
Right.
It's a kind of part of the industry.
Right.
So
right.
we have a lot of folks in north side as well. Like, why don't you make Hindi content? Why don't you do
Correct.
all different languages we have?
Correct. I think this is a question that we have been trying to answer ourselves, right? We don't have the clarity for it because when we started out, we started with local content, and then we have a MetroSaga India page where we put out like brood kind of videos, and then it is like catered to a lot of people. Like for example, I think recently a very good actor, I forgot his name. He's a very good actor, very well known in the web series. He shared our video of his life story where we have done. It is appealing to the larger pan India people that we are talking about, but I still feel that we need to have that kind of mental setup where we can go to a pan India audience. For example, when I write scripts, it's very rooted to Bangalore, right? Maybe I have to develop that kind of outlook where a script can appeal to a pan-India audience. So in terms of the production quality also, we need to improve a lot. If you consider Filter Copy and AAB are like the best content creators that have ever existed, according to me. If you look at the journey they have had, right? They have also had like very humble beginnings, but they took it up another notch in every video that they made. Let's say a web series, mini series, they produced content, they created content, they went on to hire like international script writers and so on, right? To achieve that kind of level, we need time, I think. So I don't think we have the capacity and the ability to cater to a pan-India audience. But we are on that path. I would say like once you have your local audience, it's not going to be difficult to cater to the pan-India audience. And in fact, MetroSaga was started with the vision that you were talking about. In fact, MetroSaga's vision, ultimate vision, is to have a MetroSaga for every city that exists in India. So today we have MetroSaga Bengaluru. We are in talks with a team to have MetroSaga Delhi. And we want to have like that in every city across India. So that is, we are on that path, but it would need some more time for us to like develop the capabilities of achieving a pan-India.
But don't you think it's gonna, if it takes a lot of time, the content, the dynamics will be changed. So are you up to the standard of what people will watch after 2 years down the line?
Yeah, that's what. So I think that's another challenge because, every day is a question of survival in the digital space. So I'm only looking at the next day, to be very honest with you. I don't have a plan that will take me for the next 10 years, right? If I can survive the year 2022, I know that I can go into 2023, right? That's the only plan we have. So our plan is to like survive every year, doing like better content and getting like monetizing it more and more. If you look at the journey of like the last 3 years, we are always on an upward curve of getting more revenues because this year we went out and spoke to the film industry. We brought in movie promotions because we were never good at movie promotions. But then we said, okay, we should not be in our comfort zone, right? Let's go out and talk to them. And then a couple of videos initially we failed, and then we went ahead and did movie promotions and became successful, right? So we are always constantly challenging ourselves. It will happen someday. I'm very positive about it, but today is not the right time, I would say.
Well, pretty much we have discussed everything here. I just want to ask you a small question. What suggestion you can give to upcoming YouTubers who are thinking to build a channel?
Right.
That we know the challenger, we know behind the scene that what happens, right?
Correct.
So what suggestion you can give to him?
Suggestion is a very big word, Pramod. I would say it's an input. Okay, I'm not somebody big who can give a suggestion, but I was talking to a lot of young folks who come into MetroSaga. And I think I've said it in another interview also. The first day they come in, they want to be like the one who's driving the million views. They want to be like in front of the camera. They want to be like very successful. They want to have all this name and fame and everything. But I go ahead and question them like, what is the journey that you have taken? Have you started a YouTube channel? Like, have you understand the nuances of it? What are the keywords that you're putting in it, right? What is the thumbnail that you're putting in it? They have absolutely no idea of doing all those things, right? If you want to be viral someday, you should have already imagined that, and you should have started it long time ago. For example, if you take my example, I had always imagined myself to be an actor. I did take acting classes. I always never missed an opportunity to go into theater. I always never missed an opportunity to like debate, participate in festivals. I used to do this from my high school. Today is where you are seeing me as an actor, but I have been imagining that, dreaming of it from a long time. Right? Where people go wrong is like they dream of it one day, the next day they want to achieve it. It can never work that way, right? So always make sure that you're working towards your dream. It is always a constant battle. It might take 10 years, it might take 15 years, and you might not achieve it at all. But if you like something, for example, even if I was not in MetroSaga, even if people had not watched my videos, I would always be an actor. Right? Even if I didn't find the kind of audience that I wanted, I would probably go out and maybe like join the local theater group. Right? Even if 10 people are watching my play, right? I would have always done that. It's not just MetroSaga. So please work towards your passion from a very young age. That would be the first input. And the second thing is, I've seen people doing videos like the first month, the second month, third month they say, okay, I mean none of them are watching my videos. Let me stop this, right? And we always have this. Even when we went out for TV, we had this discussion, right? The problem with that is I'm okay for you to stop it, but if this is something that you genuinely enjoy, right? Put in, I don't know, even if you want to sell your house for that, right? I don't know if you're like putting things at stake. Because all successful people have gone to that phase of losing everything and then starting back from scratch, right? So have that kind of passion where you will do anything. To give you an example, I think today if you look at Malayalam movies, they're very successful, right? We have also brought ourselves up another notch to do that. I was talking to my friend where he gave me an example of, if you go out and talk to anybody in the film industry about a story, the next day they come in with a script. Let's say you come and tell me, okay, this is an interesting one line, right? They're so passionate about it, they'll go back, write a script, and then come back with it. This is the draft version. What do you think? Right? Unless you have that kind of passion, you will not go anywhere. And the third thing is be consistent. The fourth thing is name, fame, popularity are all byproducts. If you are imagining the lifestyle that you want to have, if I'm imagining buying houses in Dubai and not trying to be a good actor like Shah Rukh Khan, I will not go anywhere. If I'm only looking at buying houses in Dubai, you do that. There's a certain amount of work that is needed for that. Maybe you're very good financially, right? Or you want to be a very successful financial person. Go after what really means to you, right? A lot of young people confuse name, fame, and success with easy efforts. Like we have already discussed, and you already know, you're also running a YouTube channel. It's not easy. Not at all easy, and requires you to constantly defy yourself from the society, question yourself, go through depression, go through a battle, and then come back and be smiling in front of the camera. Right? So unless you want to take the journey, don't take the journey. Nobody is forcing you to run a YouTube channel, right? If just because there are 10 friends of you who are successful content creators, you need not be that, right? You might be really good at crunching numbers, right? Do whatever you are good at. And money, name, and fame are byproducts. Never go after that.
Perfectly said that. And I can also add one value that if you're looking for money immediately, stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please stop your thought process, because you're not going to make money immediately from YouTube. All the numbers which other YouTubers are throwing on their screen, they know I make 1 crore, 70 lakhs, it doesn't work in
We don't even know if they're the actual numbers, right?
Yeah, they can easily customize the numbers, They have it's an easy process, right?
True.
Okay, thank you so much. And I'm going to have a very rapid fire round.
Oh, wow.
This is a very interesting thing I have.
Scary.
It's scary, yeah. Okay. So, which is your best YouTube channel which you personally go and watch?
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Filter copy.
Filter coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akarsha as a content creator or IT professional?
Very tough, very tough. Cancel the question now. I would say as an IT professional, because that's my, that is what pays my bills, right? The content creator comes later.
Okay. That is a fill in the blanks. That sucks me all the time.
Wow. Wow. I don't know. Stress. Yeah, stress at work.
Oh, very diplomatic. Okay. Biggest fear?
Again, a difficult question. I'll try to keep it short. Biggest fear is solitude, loneliness. Because you enjoy the, let's say, the success, and sometimes you become lonely, right? When you reach the top, you know this proverb, at the top it's lonely, right? Solitude or loneliness is my biggest fear.
Okay. I have a very interesting question. Was your father a traveler?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, because Rajiv and Agul looks exactly like you.
Thanks for that question. Roadies Raghu is a compliment. I want to take it as a compliment, but it's very hard to take it as a compliment. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So does it happen somebody calling you, hey, do you look like a Raghu, Rajiv?
I've had it many times. One interesting message I got on Instagram was like, sir, I'm your biggest fan. I said, okay, maybe he has watched my MetroSaga content. Yeah. You've acted very well in the Doctor movie. I was like, when did I do the Doctor movie? And I also love your show, Roadies. You have confused me with the actual Roadies Raghu. In fact, another interesting incident was I did a short film in Kannada. It was called Marichi, okay? Then the Asian Age found it to be interesting. They said, okay, Roadies Raghu makes his Kannada debut. I can actually show you the article. It still exists on Google, okay? You look at Asian Age and you look at the article heading. I was like, what is wrong with you guys? Why are you considering me as Roadies Raghu? There was another incident where somebody stopped me on the road. They said, okay, you look like Sasta Raghu. I wanted to... Sasta Raghu. See, this is exactly the word he used, right? I was like, are you defaming me or are you complimenting me? What is happening here? And then he is saying, I want to hear galis from you. like behave exactly how you behave. I said like, this is, dude, you're stopping me on the road. You have this only cheap till. No sir, please.
Sasta Raghu.
Sasta Raghu. I was like, okay, that's where it comes from. Yeah.
Okay, so Akarsha, thank you so much for making it out for us, and I had a lot of fun. It's
Thank
one of the best those cars
Thanks.
I have.
Thanks a lot.
And I hope you guys enjoy as well. Keep watching Beerbooks and don't forget to subscribe
Definitely.
MetroSaga as well. And as I said, we work very hard to make these videos. You guys have no idea behind the scene. We take almost 8-9 hours to make 10 minutes video.
Sure.
So please keep
Sure.
watching us. If you have a feedback, do share with us. We are ready to make it more better.
Sure.
So small gesture from our end.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the
Thank you so much.